She said, baby, why you so low-key? Never seen you up in these streets. She a baddie running game on me. So they be really working OT. You're tryna get to know me, but I don't wanna budge, no. I can tell that she a freak, it's a freak that she wants, so you know the vibes, it's mine, no time for solos. You already know, when I pull up on the curb, you know we have to keep it gangsta for true. You told your cousin I'm a dub, then you looked me in my eyes and said, you're mine, oh. You're mine, oh. Fuck these other bitches, are you dumb? For real, see, I know you wanna. What is this? Witness this. Seen it turn you on, now she wanna get it on. She a freak in the sheets, ain't nobody here for creep. So I don't mind if you wanna spend some time. Whoa. She know we have to keep it gangsta for true. You told your girls that I'm a dub, then you look me in my eyes and said, you're mine, you are mine, oh. You're mine, you are mine, oh. The fuck these other bitches, are you dumb? That's why that you're a freak. You've been a freak of the week, but you're still a lady in the streets. But I know you a freak. You've been a freak like me, but I just want some more. You told your friends that I'm a dub, then you looked them in the eyes and said, he's just a vibe, he's that guy, but you make me shy and cry. I wonder why. Oh Lord, she's a freak. You've been a freak of the week, but you're still a lady in these streets. But I know you a freak. You've been a freak like me, but I just want some more. You told your friends that I'm a dub, then you looked them in the eyes and said, he's just a vibe, he's that guy, but you make me shy and cry. I wonder why. Oh Lord, she's a. She said, baby, why you so low-key? Never seen you up in these streets. She a baddie running game on me, so they be really working OT. You're tryna get to know me, but I don't wanna budge, no. I can tell that she a freak, it's a freak that she wants, so you know the vibes, it's mine, no time for solo. You already know when I
That's Keepin.
You made the decision to play Thiago. Klopp doesn't change the system since Bubak left. You don't want to change from the 4-3.
Boom, 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 boom. What's going on, people? We're back again on the Jerry James show. And I told you guys didn't want to believe me. I see the comments after every show. You and I like, he's not streaming enough. It's only 2 streams a week. That's 1 stream a month. People, dashing all that stuff out. But guess what? I told you guys, if there's any news, I'm going to be back here. And look, lo and behold, I'm back here. And guess what, people? Madness. As reported by David Ornstein, we're going to get into it. A £40 million bid for Fabinho. It's crazy. I'm not going to lie. I don't really even know how to feel. Like, this just seems a bit surreal to me, man. But look, listen, we're going to get into it. Big up to everyone in the building. Make sure we're getting that ticket to entry. We're smashing a like. Look, look, there's about 20 people in the building already. Guys, make sure we're on 20 likes. Smash it up. Boom, 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 boom. Smash it up. If I get 20 likes, do you know what I mean? I might play a little Arab song. I might do. Do you know what I mean? Depending on how we're feeling. Depending on how the lights go, we might do. But yeah, man, going to shout out to some of you guys before we get into the news, but it is crazy. Updates on the Henderson deal as well. I mean, we're hearing Henderson's actually entertaining it now. Do you know what I mean? £10 million offer on the table now for Liverpool. It's now down to whether Liverpool are going to accept that amount. Are Al-Ittihad, Al-Ittihad, are they going to go and play that 10 million more or less up front? It's all down to the clubs now. But Henderson, apparently he's on it. So listen, crazy stuff happening at Liverpool, man. Crazy stuff. But look, I need to see who's chopping it up with me right now, man. So we've got Captain Sal in the building. Big up, saying, look, Jerry, I can't believe my wishes are coming true. Next, it's gonna be the lottery. We got Revenite, big up to Revenite, saying Sal got to get us those lottery numbers. Trudon saying sell, it's too good of an offer. We got Alexander De Los saying, geez, here comes the money. We got Honesty in the building as well, saying football is a funny sport. Last week we were all saying Fab and Hendo are untouchable, but now both are on the verge of leaving. That one thing I'm going to tell you guys, anytime you talk about football, your word doesn't mean anything in football. Your word does not mean anything in football. So yeah, man, we got King Cop in the building saying, look, 40 mil, I'm biting their hand off for that ish. Don't think we would get rid of Hendo, though. The mid will be far too young. No experience. It would have to be Lavia and one more older head to let go of both. We're going to get into it. We've got John in the building saying, what did Ice Cube say? Today is a good day. We've got James Doherty in the building. We've got KLFC as well. Anfield Road End in the building as well. Big up JJ and people in the house. Big up to yourself. Although we got KZ in the building as well, saying, look, someone did say Fabinho family was pushing to leave, so I can see it happening. Listen, there's no smoke without fire, people, man. We got Jay Kismet in the building. We got Zane in the building as well. We got Haz. We got Shadow Boxer, Dougie Joyce. Big up to yourself. Who else we got? We got Mark A in the building. We got Sammy as well saying drive him to Saudi. And that's coming from a rival. That's coming from, I mean, one of the Spaniards watching, man. One of the Real Madrid supporters. But look, man, we're gonna get into it, and I'm actually gonna get this clip up. We need to go through it together as always. Hold on. What's this? Introductory offer. Let's see. See, they're making me. You see what they're doing, yeah? Hold on. What's this? They're making me pay for the Athletic. You know, like that. You know, I have to just pay for the Athletic for the show. I'm doing that right now as we speak, people. 4243. No, is it? Which one is it? You know, when you don't even know what card you've got. Oh, there we go. It's this one. Got so many cards, I just don't even know. I'm having to get the Athletic out because I actually want to get this whole thing down. No, I'm not a robot. Subscribe, man. 50p. Why not? Done. You see what I'm doing for the stream, people? I deserve to be getting these likes, bro. Guys, make sure we're smashing a like. Let me just share this screen with you, and we're going to go ahead and read this, man. Crazy news. As reported, and this is about 2 hours ago, people, 2.5 hours ago. So let's zoom in to make sure you guys can see it. Yes, you can. Fantastic. We're going to read through this together, people. Yeah, crazy. I mean, he's in training, so this is interesting. But look, 3 hours ago now, people, look, Al-Ittihad are set to approach Liverpool with a concrete offer to buy Fabinho. The Saudi Pro League's club bid for the Brazilian international 29 is expected to be worth £40 million, and it is anticipated a decision will move quickly one way or the other. Liverpool's main opposition to any move would be letting go of their starting number 6. Would be letting their starting number 6 leave without a replacement. However, the club are working. If Fabinho should leave, with Southampton's Romeo Lavia among a number of options under consideration. Fabinho has 3 years remaining on his current contract until 2026. It goes on to say, look, Liverpool's midfield is undergoing a considerable refresh this off-season with Alexis McAllister, Szoboszlai already arriving. James Milner, Naby Keita and Ox left at the end of their contracts in June, while Fabio Carvalho had joined RB Leipzig on a season-long loan. The Athletic have also reported that captain Jordan Henderson is leaning towards a move to Saudi Arabia to join up with former teammate Steven Gerrard at Al-Ittihad. It remains unclear if Liverpool would sanction departures of Fabinho or Henderson. Fabinho was once again a key player for Jurgen Klopp last season, making 49 appearances in all competitions. Should he make the switch, he will join former Chelsea midfielder N'Golo Kante and former Real Madrid striker Karim Benzema at the Jeddah-based club, as well as Jota, who arrived from Celtic earlier this month. Yeah, that is absolutely crazy. And 2 seconds, I'm going to have to put you guys on mute because I got work calling. And, you know, work never sleeps. Neither do these deals. 1 second. Apologies, people. Apologies. Work never sleeps. But yeah, as we're reading here, I'll repeat it. Should he make the switch, and this is in regards to Fabinho, he will join former Chelsea midfielder Kante, former Real Madrid striker Karim Benzema at the Jeddah-based club, as well as Jota, who arrived from Celtic earlier this month. Don't be afraid, people. It's Jota from Celtic. It ain't Liverpool's Jota, not as of yet, but you never know, man. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. I think if I'm going to give you my first thoughts, and I said it yesterday in regards to obviously the Henderson deal. Having these players on the bench, I think, is more important, right, than letting go of them and only bringing in the likes of a Lavia and the likes of a Thuram. I think if Liverpool are looking to go in and let go of one guaranteed banking starting midfielder in Fabinho, who's still, theoretically in the prime of his years at the age of 29, right? We know about his legs, but still. He's got 2 years remaining on his deal. 29 years old, starting 6 for the summer. And I mean, look, for last season, and it's planned he'll be starting this season as well. I mean, I forgot who said it in the chat, untouchable earlier this month, untouchable, not going anywhere. If we let go of him, it can't just be Lavia, people. It cannot just be Lavia. Lavia is someone that we're looking to bed in over the season. Unless you're scrapping the season off and you're allowing him to learn on the job, which is essentially what a Bajcetic would do as well, or Morton would do. We need a starting number 6. And look, maybe this potential 50 million that's coming in, so 40 million for Fabinho, 10 million for Henderson, it might allow Liverpool to go a bit bigger in the market and maybe look past the Lavia, who Liverpool value at around 30 million, not looking to pay 50 million for him at all. Maybe a deal for Tchouaméni opens up again. Maybe a deal for Painha from Fulham opens up, because Liverpool are in a position where, they can potentially offer more money as a package. Maybe not pay the money up front, but we've got more money to work with. But this is a scary, scary situation, because currently, if these two players were to leave and Liverpool were to just say, yeah, we're going to just keep it as it is, we're relying on Bajcetic, Morton, and a potential Lavia to carry us through to next season. It's like making 2 steps forward and 1 step back in terms of squad depth, in terms of everything. So for me, it's crazy. I need to see what you guys are saying about this, because this to me is crazy, man. We got Albert in the building saying 12th man. Big up to 12th man in the building as well, saying, look, the elephant in the room is not the future of Darwin. It's what we do with both Darwin and Gakpo. Seeing that Klopp favours Gakpo as a false 9. Yeah, interesting. Oh, yeah, just to let you guys know as well, Darwin's got the number 9, hasn't he? So that's going to be really interesting, man. Gonna get this stuff here. 2 seconds. Yeah, we read this already. We got Revenant saying George Schmatko doing work. I don't think he's even doing work. I mean, this is no work, man. This is essentially Saudi coming calling. We spoke about getting that Arab, that oil money. We're getting it one way or another. It's not coming through investment, but they're trying to pay for our services and our products. So it is what it is, man. Captain Sal saying nothing. Redbird saying, look, nothing is concrete yet. Hold down your celebrations. That's very true. Jay Kismet saying, look, Thiago being the only experience in that midfield if both Hendo and Fab go. People acting like we're getting Coutinho money. It will be 50 million for the pair that pays for Lavia. Ridiculous. That's my feeling behind it. I understand your sentiments 100%. I mean, if we're replacing 2 players with a Lavia, we're in big trouble, man. We're in big trouble. Mr. Dare say Drift saying Fabinho and Henderson out. My prayers have been answered. Wiener saying, look, these rumours, if true, show that the ownership are taking power away from Klopp. Probably after he attempted to renew Milner. I see Klopp walking out with this power being taken away. Maybe so. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it depends on what role Fabinho was to be given this season. And I assume it would have been a main, starting role. And I think as the Athletic reported, to let go of, 40 M's for a starting number 6 with no replacement in mind is scary. It's scary. Big up to Paul Mate from the Redman TV. He spoke about it, talking about, the Sterling deal. When we let go of Sterling, we didn't really bring in a replacement. And we all said, yeah, we got Jordan Ibe, and it just didn't work out. And I don't want Liverpool to go down that route yet again, because essentially is us regressing now as a club. We need to get a starter, and it will have to be within the same period of letting a Fabinho go. It's got to be seamless. There can't be a prolonged period for pre-season where we haven't got a DM. You know, Fabinho's gone, and we're planning without any kind of concrete player in mind. I think that's going to be the biggest worry. Looking at the Henderson deal, though, it is really interesting. What role was Henderson given for the season? I think that's a deal that's more likely to go through, considering that, you know, Henderson's got 2 years left on his deal as well. 33 years of age. And knows that, you know, after, like, what's the plan for him after his contract runs out under Klopp? I don't assume it's going to be renewed. So he's going to have to leave for pastures new, and he's never going to get a payout like this ever, anywhere. So that makes sense. The Fabinho one's really, really interesting, though. Really, really interesting. We have to wait and see what's going on. Honestly saying, look, JJ, Barca also wants Thiago back, and LFC will not stand in his way. We can have a whole different team next season, and Darwin is now Dar9. Jesus, you just said that, man. You just said that, which is it's crazy. Big up to Panov Scouse as well. Albert saying, look, Fabinho leaves, get me Caicedo. 40 million, 50 million is not getting you Caicedo. You're going to have to put some more money down. And I don't think Liverpool are looking to go and pay 100 million for a midfielder, unfortunately. I don't see it. I don't see it. Big up to Angel 968 saying, JJ, let both Hendo and Fab go. We will obviously have a young midfield, which may be inconsistent. Prepare for a roller coaster ride next season. 100%. If this is what people want, Angel, 100%. That roller coaster ride, that's fine. That's fine. That's what it is. It's a roller coaster ride. That's the way we're going to have to move. It is what it is. But this is massive. This is massive because people expect Liverpool to be challenging for leagues next season. And if you're letting multiple senior players leave and you're only bringing in youngsters without guaranteed starters, look, McAllister's a guaranteed starter or guaranteed like for replacement. Soboslai's a guaranteed like for replacement. Lavia, Catherine Turam, they aren't. Unfortunately, they're not in that bracket. So for me, it is a worry. It is a worry unless you go out and get a Tchouaméni, go out and get a Declan Rice. Are Liverpool going to do that though? That's the problem. Jay Kismet saying, look, it's a major cleanup. I would have preferred getting 30 million each for Ox and Keita last season. Letting players go on a free seems to be a speciality we do. 100%, man. 100%. Honestly saying, look, JJ, do you think we can get Lavia, Valverde and Ignacio? Because rumours are we still got 150 million to spend, but with Fab and Hendo and Nat Phillips-Williams, we'll have 220 million to spend. No, we've made that money, 50 million. There's no guarantee that money's going back onto players. If Liverpool have still decided we're only spending this amount of money, then the other money that's coming in is just profit. Like we're not aware of what the negotiations are. So it might be that, but Liverpool, because I don't see Liverpool spending 100 million more or 220 million more. That's never going to happen, honestly. Never. Reno saying, get Caicedo for Fabinho and people won't cry. Liverpool 12th man, big up to yourself, saying, look, I told you, Darwin, the invader, is our number 9, and it shows the commitment and belief he is for the future. Yeah, and the future looks dark, bro. The future looks dark. Like I've got my 8 ball. I'm looking at it, and the future looks horrible. I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. John saying, flog them off. These men clearly don't have the legs. 40 M's is a no-brainer. Yeah, it is a lot of money for a Fabinho, considering we paid about 50 million for him. So to get 40 million now, considering like looking at the way his legs are moving, I think it does make a lot of money from a financial standpoint, man. Zayn saying, Jerry, maybe someone is lined up with Lavia, like a Tchouaméni or a Caicedo. Maybe so. If that's someone that's lined up, then Liverpool are making very, very good business. You just can't guarantee it. That's the problem, man. Psychedelic saying, to be fair, we're moving mad if we replace Naby, Ox, Milner, Hendo, Fab and Cavalier with just Max, Soboslai and Lavia. We need another 2 or 3 midfielders. That's not going to happen because Jones is replacing them and Bajcetic is replacing them as well. Remember, Bajcetic at the start of the season, he's going to be getting Naby and Ox minutes. So no, unfortunately. You got Morton there as well. It's just not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen in my opinion. Zayn saying, Jerry, your thoughts on Amrabat? Baller. Amrabat is a baller. Anyone that was joining us during the World Cup streams last year, Christmas times, listen, I was a fan of Amrabat. I loved what the Moroccan national team did. I think he'll be a great player for United. I don't think Liverpool are going to go in for him, but look, good player. Good player, man. Good player. Amrabat, 25 bags, ready-made Fab replacement. That's very, very good. We're looking here. Abda saying, be better act quick if we're letting go of Fab and Hendo. That's my point as well. Doherty saying, look, Lavia and Colwell, I will be happy. Get Kone in as well, if possible. Let these old hands go while we can get money. Fairs, just expectations, bro. Big up to El Hero saying, sell Hendo, Thiago, Fab, and get Lavia and Tchouaméni. Yeah, I don't know, man. Boy saying, look, it's drastic to sell both, but we put ourselves in this position to begin with. Next few summers, we'll see a lot of the core of the team being replaced. That's what it is. It is very drastic. I think there just needs to be an expectation from the club and from Liverpool that, look, if we end up 5th or 6th, there can't be any excuses because you gutted out the whole midfield and you're trying to go and bed in a new team completely. There can't be this expectation that we're going to go out and win and challenge. Yes, we'll put some performances in. We'll probably go and beat the likes of United and beat a City even in a season. We're not going to be consistent, no. And to win the league, you've got to be now and perfect. And is this team going to be able to go and just be perfect? I don't think so this season. I don't think so, man. Casey saying 20 plus 50 million, that's 70. That's Caicedo. No, it's 10 million and 40 million. 50 plus 20. Liverpool are going to add 20 million to the 50 for Lavia because we're not trying to pay 50 for Lavia anyway. So I just don't see that happening, man. What are we saying here? G saying, look, everyone wants to transition, LOL. Now it's looking likely everyone is complaining. Facts. But do you know what it is, though, G? I think people need a transition, but they wanted it over a kind of a longer period of time. You wanted, Milner have gone 2 seasons ago. Henderson goes last season. Fabinho goes this season. And we've bedded in these players. So 3 players that come in over 3 summer transfer windows is much easier to kind of deal with and bed into the team than replacing 3 players like for like in one window. I think we've seen it. That it very rarely happens that you're able to go and get 3 starters in the team and they all pop off and all bang at the same time. Let me know when the last time that happened. Like I just don't remember seeing that happen. So Sammy saying, look, we ain't selling Tchouaméni, bro. We just signed him. You never know, man. Football's a funny place. Football's a funny place. Albert saying, you call for Genie, you get Genie. Now you complain. There's no guarantee that Fabinho doesn't play the same dross next season as he did last season. If you get 40 M's, it's irresponsible not to sell. Very true. It's just, there's no guarantee if you get a player that comes in because Lavia is not going to do better than, Lavia may do better in certain games, right? And I agree. But Fabinho at his best is still better than what Lavia has shown at his best so far. Lavia is still on a trajectory. So you're going to decrease the quality of the squad on paper when everyone's at their best in regard and hoping that someone can outperform someone when there's no basis of that. We have to go and get a ready-made replacement, not a Lavia, not someone like that. So, and who are the ready-made replacements as a DM that are out there that people would like ready-made, best in the world. That's what we were calling Fabinho. You've got Rodri, Busquets is old. Rice? Caicedo? Is that what we're left with? Tchouaméni? Is that the best Liverpool can get? I don't know. That's my problem, man. That's my problem. Kimmich, yeah, maybe so. GT was saying, kiss my teeth, bro. I don't care how we do it, just do a transition. No, but that's irresponsible, though. That's irresponsible. To just say, just do a transition. Look at the state Chelsea were in when you got bare players and you're chopping and changing a team. It doesn't work like that. Like in no business, nothing in life works like that. It needs to be a transition, but it needs to be a seamless transition. You don't want to just chop and change in it. It's like if I said, yeah, all of a sudden, do you know what I mean? Your kids living somewhere, all of a sudden you just up and route to a different school, and then the next week you move into a different school. That has an effect. Do you know what I mean? And players are like that, teams are like that as well. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it is. Big up to Marquez. The transition should have started ages ago. Now it's a scramble. Facts. That's what it is, in my opinion, man. That's why it works like that. Shadow Boxer saying, I'll take the revamp and Europa Cup. I'll be happy. Yeah. John saying, the thing is, Jerry, Fabinho is way past his best. Yeah, is in based on last season. So I agree. He's not a guaranteed starter. I would replace him if you can go and get a Declan Rice. I'm not replacing him for Lavia. I'm not replacing him for flipping Sander Berger or Ward Prowse. I'm not going to go and do that. That's insane for me. That's insane. Who are the ready-made replacements? Caicedo, maybe. Ready-made. Maybe. Sample size is small, but maybe. Cool. When Chelsea signed Kante, that's a ready-made replacement. Who's the ready-made replacement for Fabinho? Not someone that's young. Like, using that analogy, Salah didn't perform as well as he did 2 seasons ago, so he's declining. Virgil's declining. Robertson's declining. Flipping Diaz is declining because he ain't as good as he was before, even though he was injured. Jota's declining. Like, everyone had a shit season, innit? So I agree. I don't want him to start. And I personally feel like, yes, take the money. Like, Liverpool need to just, 100% get rid of Fabinho. 40 million's a lot. Allow him to go. But who are the ready-made replacements? If Liverpool come back and they get Lavia and Kefren Turam, are you guys happy with that? If Lavia and Kefren Turam ended up at Southampton last season, no one would have bat an eyelid. Yet people are excited about these names because this is something new when there's no real evidence that they can even provide. That's my worry. That's my worry, man. Revenant saying Lavia and Amrabat for me. I don't know, man. I don't know. I understand that. John saying, look, there's a lot of players who can take that CDM role. Some may not be at the level yet, but this is where we are. Amrabat would be the one for me. Maybe so. Maybe. Like I said, who am I? Who am I, man? GT saying, I don't expect anything from the team. So if we do a transition, I'm not looking for nothing at all. Just a better team soon. Me and you both don't see us winning a title. So who cares at this point? Facts. And that's what I'm saying. But I'm using the analysis that people are saying Liverpool are back. Liverpool are going to be challenging. I personally feel we're going to end up 6th. I personally think Liverpool end up being 6th in 6th place. 6th place, 7th, maybe at a push 5th. We're not getting top 4 again. I don't think we're good enough. I think the only way we get top 4 is if other teams drop off, which it can happen. You can't rely on other teams to drop off. We're looking at so for me, that's fine. And you've got to just take that punt. That's fine. But then people people in the comments there saying, yeah, I'll be happy if we get Europa. We're not gonna win Europa with a team like that. You're not going to win Europa. These players aren't winners. Do you know what I mean? They haven't won together. So you can't look at this cohort and be like, yeah, these are the guys. Albert saying, we said the same thing when Wijnaldum was coming to Liverpool and he was a revelation. It's all about the name. No. I don't know if you're talking to me, Albert, but Wijnaldum was a very good player, but Liverpool were in a different position. Liverpool weren't expecting to go and win the league, and we didn't the first season. We didn't. We still lost games, winning games 5-4 and losing games 4-3 and all of that type of, that's the type of season we were having. This isn't like Wijnaldum didn't come in and we weren't winning titles all of a sudden. That's not just what happened. So if Liverpool are prepared to go through that without winning anything, that's fine. Remember, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm just telling you what it is. Panovskal saying, nah, Jerry, don't know how you're coming to that conclusion with 6th or 7th. I'll tell you. Darwin Núñez still hasn't proven that he can go and score goals consistently. Neither has Gakpo, neither has Jota because he's always injured. Because he's never really played a full season for Liverpool being that guy. And Diaz as well hasn't proven that. Salah's the only one that can guarantee goals. When we won loads of stuff, Mane, Bobby and Salah all popping off goals. We're now dealing with a new midfield that we don't know whether they can still perform together. We are hoping that they do. We think that they do. We think that Szoboszlai is better. But Chelsea thought Havertz was going to be better than what they had. And now they hate Havertz. They thought Havertz was dead food. Do you know what I mean? When we signed Markovic, we all thought that's going to be a player and it didn't pop off. On paper, it sounds great. That's not what you're getting, though. That's not what you're getting. So we have to wait and to see how they perform. Right now, Newcastle are better than us because they've proven it last season. United are better than us because they proved it last season. And Arsenal are better than us because they proved it last season. Along with City also, which is obviously just a no-brainer. If Chelsea can go and organise themselves, I said at best we finish 5th. I think we'll finish 6th and 7th because I think this year will be a transition, as we're talking about, because we're bringing loads of players in. I think that makes sense for me. I think that makes sense. Sakadet saying we had the transition season now. Next season will be the rebuild gel season where we could be a shambles. Let's hope we cook. No, but this is what it is. For me, the transition season is now, right? They gel. Well, transition season was a bit last season and like this season, but we're gelling this season as well. We're probably going to start competing the next season after that. Jay Kismet saying we win in the league next season. Top 4 is just a cringe as a goal to start the season. It's the goal every season. Klopp's come out and said this the same thing to us, bro. Honestly saying, JJ, would you take Frank Kessie or Frankie de Jong from Barca? They are broke and like a joke, so they need the guap. Them man are on Section 8 settings. Listen, you see like a Frankie de Jong, you get someone like that in, you're like, that's a ready-made replacement. Do you know what I mean? Like a Frank Kessie, whether you can, because look, for as a DM for Barca, it hasn't really worked for him either. But you're talking about someone that's ready-made, like Amrabat is that type of stuff, man. Albert saying next year we get top 5, we still qualify for Champions League. Maybe so. But I'm just letting us know. We're like, remember, whether you qualify to Champions League or not, we're not winning the league. I think that's my point, man. Pat Butcher saying Kovacic was the player to go for. Injury prone though. Facts. Kovacic, that's ready-made replacement. Prince 11 saying Edson Alvarez from Ajax would also be perfect. Maybe so. Pan of Scout saying we were crap last season. I think everyone agrees, and we will still get top 5. Only need top 5 this season to qualify for Champions League. I think we will be fresher and new signings. We are looking at top 2 or 3. Where's the guarantee that people are getting that these signings are just going to work? We have to wait to see if they're going to work. Imagine they don't. Under that premise, Pepe, when he signed for Arsenal, he was always going to bang. Flipping Nunes should have been banging now. But last season, people were saying the same thing. Oh, we got Nunes now and we've got our forwards. Yeah, we're definitely winning the league now. We went on a quad and then look what happened. Like, we can't like view football like that, man. Angel Knight saying Calvin Phillips, maybe. Look, that's a decent option, right? Especially if you're trying to rebuild and blood someone in. Problem is, City aren't ever going to let him go, man. City are never going to let him go. Abdes Kamara from Villa, yeah. Albert saying Yunus Musa, Tyler Adams, etc. And why don't we make a beeline for Calvin Phillips? He's clearly unsettled. Maybe so. Like I said, I like Tyler Adams. You don't know what they're going to provide, and I think that's what it is. But as a sign, it's like with Lavia, right? Ultimately, if Liverpool go and get Lavia 50 million, he's going to have to be a starter. But on paper, he doesn't look like a ready-made replacement for Fabinho. But he could be it. Like I'm not none the wiser. Of course, he could be it. Shadow saying, Jerry, we are getting the rebuild we asked for, so he's got to ride it out. This is what I'm saying. Man. Gary Richards saying it must be the title, JJ. I'm saying bring it on. Jay Kismet saying Jota, Diaz, Darwin, Gakpo, and Salah our frontline options next season. That's better than most teams' options. Trust. Darwin, I don't really rate. Gakpo's had half a season. We don't know what he is yet. Diaz has had half a season as well, but we don't know what it is yet. Jota, I'm not a big fan of Jota. And I like Gakpo, I like Diaz. Not really a fan of Jota. I think he's all right. And Darwin, I don't really rate. So for me, it's like there's no guarantee that these guys are going to pop off. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. Man. Justin Ulysses saying we need Fiorentino Luis from Benfica, Jerry, ready replacement, and Lavia as the understudy. Maybe so. Like, I don't know too much about him. Barella, De Jong, Thuram. Maybe so, man. Alex Scott is almost done signing for Bournemouth. Interesting. What else we got here, man? Panel Sky saying City, Chelsea, and Liverpool were all poor last season. That won't be the case this season. Newcastle also won't have an easy ride this season. They won't. But this argument that we had a poor season, the season when we won it, City had a poor season. Like, Like, let's just cut the nonsense. Like every season, there's teams that have poor seasons. How about the seasons when Leicester won the league? Everyone had a poor season. Like this is what I'm trying to say. We can't look at football like this, man. We can't look at football. You got to base it on what's just happened. You're only as good as the last game, man. Kalon just saying, Jerry, you want the superstars with this ownership. Make it make sense. Listen, I'm saying what I want. I'm not saying that's what we're going to go and get. I'm just saying have your expectations in line. And Lavia doesn't necessarily guarantee you, like, he's not a 100% banker that he comes in and he's like, yeah, we're Liverpool are back to winning stuff. That's what I'm trying to get across. I rate Lavia, though. Don't get it twisted. I think Lavia is better than majority. I think Lavia is better than certain midfielders who've been linked with this summer. So, like, as a technical baller, like, I rate him. I'm just saying it's not a guaranteed, like, yes, he's coming in, he's going to go and replace the same way. Do you know what I mean? City let go of Kun Aguero and Haaland comes in. Like, that's the level that I would want. Are Liverpool going to get that? Of course not. Of course not, man. Anfield Roden saying, anyone seeing Carol's comments on Twitter about Saudi League? Just embarrassing, man. Was with it. What is it with Merseyisiders and Arabs? I don't know, man. Is it the stuff from before? Or is it the ones now, man? Yes, Cameron, we need a certified DM along with Lavia. That's my point, man. That's my point, man. Shadow saying the two are overachieving and thus next season they have to play twice a week. I think they'll drop off. They're saying we're overachieving. They're overachieving until they're not, though. Like, they haven't finished their business. You're only were Liverpool overachieving when we got top 4 and won the Champions League, and then we won the league the year after. Why does no one look at it that way? I don't know. Liverpool weren't challenging for leagues multiple times and then won the league. We got top 4, won the Champions League, and then challenged for the league, and then won the league. Listen. Like I'm saying, you're only as good as your last thing, man. You're only as good as your last game. John saying, look, under our regime, we will never sign the finished article. These players that were linked to reflect our level as a club. This is a part of the 5-year process getting back to the top, I guess. Yes, that's fact. But this is what I'm saying, John. Big up to yourself. If man are on board with my analysis that this is a winning anything for 5 years, then it doesn't matter what you do. Like, I don't mind. That's what I'm saying. I don't mind. You can bring in whoever. I'm just saying we're not winning the league like this. I just don't see it. Boy is saying rather address the midfield this season because next summer we are going to have a headache with a defense rebuild. Facts. Maybe so. Maybe that's the way to go and look at it, man. Exactly. We know saying same Newcastle. Same Newcastle people said it will take 5 years to get Champions League football. This is my point. Everyone said that, yeah, Newcastle, they'll pop up, but it'll be in 5 years when they're really challenging. They've done it in about a season and a half. You just don't know, man. Psychedelic saying, JJ, do you see the Fabrizio tweet about Hendo, LFC want 20 mil? Yeah, I've said that, man. Albert saying, JJ, we don't have any excuse for the DM situation. We've been scouting Alan Varela from Boca for 2 years. It's a 50 million signing. What are we waiting for? I'm not going to lie. I don't know too much about Alan Varela from Boca Juniors. Maybe Liverpool have been planning for it, but maybe they were looking to go and get him next year as opposed to this year. Expecting that Fabinho is going to get back to his best. So we never know, man. We never know. Going to get into some more. Pat Butcher saying Lavia's 19 when Southampton play top 6 teams. Lavia's not under pressure at Liverpool. It will be a huge step up. Yeah, sorry. Lavia's 19 when Southampton play top 6. Lavia's 19. When Southampton play top 6 teams, Lavia's not under pressure. At Liverpool, it will be a huge step up. It would be. This is what I'm saying. It would be. And I think the guy can do it, but don't, like, if he falls off, like, this is what I don't want. I don't want a Lavia, right? A Lavia to come in at Liverpool, replace Fabinho, has 2 good games, 2 mediocre games, and then 3 shit games on the bounce, yeah? Before he gets back to having his good game and people be on his case and we're like, see, we got rid of Fabinho and he's rubbish. I don't want to hear that because this is the route that we're going down. You just got to bite your tongue now and let these guys develop. That's my point. Kalonji saying main sticking point, Jerry, is the owners, point blank, period. For once, I want summer with owners that back us. FSG, F out my club. Boy, I mean, they've backed the manager so far. They've backed him. They've spent like what 90 million already, and it looks like we're making more. We're making more signings. Do you know what I mean? So you can't really say that, man. We can't really say that. JJ, have you seen the LFC group statement on Hendo going Saudi? Certain man in LFC fan base are tapped. It's in the Athletic too. Man's getting 700k a week tax-free. Nobody is turning that down. Yeah, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that, but nothing to really say on that, man. Big up to Enderman. I hope you're doing well. We might not go for Lavia, guys. We get this money. We might go bigger. Maybe so, man. Maybe so. John saying, I'm on board with it, Jerry. Like, this is how we've always been as a club. Yeah, facts. I hear it, man. Going on to say, look, the old guard leaving should be a shout out to the rest of the squad that they're placing the team and squad and club ain't safe because of the past. No complaints on FSG. They're doing their team. Pressure really on Klopp to deliver. Facts. Yeah, that's 5 years they gave us crap. Yeah, but they're not giving it to you now. It is what it is, man. Albert saying, our talent recruitment methods leave so much to be desired. How did we allow Caicedo to slip through our grasp? We've allowed Gula to slip too. Yeah, Arda Gula, baller, man. Baller. But when Real Madrid called him, we would have never had any shot. By Cetic, Ali, McAllister, Dominic, Soboslai, Elliott, Jones, Doak, Clark. That is a great mix of youth and experience, JJ. I don't know. I don't rate Doak. I don't rate Clark. I don't rate Elliott. By Cetic's all right. I think he's decent. But if we're getting Lavia, his game time is going to be limited. McAllister and Soboslai I like. So, yeah, interesting, man. Interesting. Gary Richards, it can't be as bad as last season. I remember you said that, bro. Pat Butcher saying, look, if City has a poor season, anyone in the top 6 could win the league. Brighton should have got 4th spot last season when they were awesome. Facts, man. Facts. I agree with that, man. Matt Cliff did a World Cup. Can't get better experience than that. Yeah, so you got good experience, but that's the one thing he's won in his career. Winning leagues and is a different feeling to winning a tournament. But I agree with you, man. Albert saying the Hender to Ettifak is a PR stunt. Watch, he goes nowhere and become an LG hero whilst getting another year's extension. Market. I don't think he gets another year's extension. I don't think he does, man. Revenant saying it won't be as bad, Jerry, because there'll be new players and will be new patterns of play at least, new things to look forward to. Yeah, new players to look forward to. The patterns might still be the same. We don't know about that, and you don't know if it won't be as bad. Do you know what I mean? Results-wise, there's never a guarantee. This is what it is. Maybe the new feeling around the club will be different, man. 100%, man. But look, people. I've got to head off. I got work to get back to onto my neck. But big up to everyone. I told you guys if there's news, we're going to be coming and dropping it. Big up to everyone in the building. Make sure that we are smashing the like. Please. I need all you guys to slap the likes on. Listen, if there's any developments, I'm going to probably come back later on today. So please make sure you're clicking the notification bell. I need you guys now in the comments as well, if you're watching this on a replay, to let me know. How are you guys feeling about this deal? Are you letting go of the duo? Do you know what I mean? These are two potential number 6s. Like next season, Hendo could replace Fabinho as a number 6 and play certain games there, even though he's a number 8. And Fabinho's a starting number 6. I mean, Liverpool are probably planned for Fabinho to start this season. So this is obviously all crazy. 50 million, Saudis come calling, and boy, we don't know what's going on, man. But look, until next time, people, it's been the Jerry James Show, and we are out. Have a good afternoon.